Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm the one they call Peachy Pie and you're almost welcome to join me here. Today, I thought we could just show some appreciation for the lawyers who took on this specific case. So let's show our lawyers some love. The thing that we need to remember is this was never a case of good versus bad. Instead, this was a case of who presented the evidence in the best way possible to help their client win the case. Now, I've mentioned this before, Amber's attorneys had to work extra hard because there's really only one person that can tank any sort of litigation, and that is the people that are involved in the litigation. So, if your client is not being honest with you, if your client is withholding information, if your client is not doing the things that you tell them to do, or if they get up on the stand and they start acting, thinking it's going to win sympathy from the jury and all those kind of things, your case is in trouble. And I know that there's been reports that Elaine was crying in the bathroom. I am so sorry that happened to her. Sometimes lawyers don't get to choose the cases that they want to work on. I can't say that was the case here with the Amber Heard situation, but the truth of the matter is that this case was really hard on Amber's team. It was really, really hard on them, and they tried so hard. And unfortunately, due to the fact that they were under intense amount of scrutiny, it also blew every teensy tiny little slip up out of proportion. Like when Ben Ruttenborn objected to his own question. It was funny, but people started to look at it, at least in that particular moment, as, oh, these are really terrible lawyers. There were lots of times when Elaine Brederhoft would ask certain questions and then just wouldn't know what to do, and she'd be faced with a whole bunch of objection hearsay, and she would just stand there a little bit baffled. So I really think that this trial was just really hard on them, and we just need to be thankful that these are professional people. So I really just want to show appreciation for the lawyers in the world today. So yeah, okay, so let's look at Benjamin G. Chu. That sounds like such a dope surname kind of thing, but his middle initial is G. It's like Benjamin G. Let's go. I'm reading from Brown and Rudnick's website. Benjamin Chu is a fellow of the American College of Trial Lawyers, the most prestigious invitation-only society of senior trial counsel in the United States. Ben is a multifaceted litigator representing clients in complex commercial litigation and arbitrations in the District of Columbia, Maryland, Virginia, and throughout the United States and internationally. He handles diverse commercial disputes including corporate governance, breach of fiduciary duty, defamation, intellectual property, government contracts, breach of contract, class actions, partnership disputes, derivative shareholder and other corporate governance actions, international disputes, Lanham Act, healthcare, energy, environmental, UCC, products liability, real estate, bankruptcy, employment, including non-compete, insurance law, white collar defense, fraud, and RICO litigation. That was a mouthful of a sentence. But from that you can see, oh dang, this part over here that says Ben is fluent in Spanish. This is fantastic. When you can read through the accomplishments as individual lawyers, you think, oh, so this is not just the really sweet guy that was sitting next to Johnny during the trial and telling him, yo, you need to stop laughing or the jury is gonna look at you and think you're not taking this seriously. So under representation, it says before U.S. bankruptcy court, Ben represents plaintiff and defendants in adversary complaints, preference actions, and related matters. He represents one of the 5 largest U.S. defense contractors prosecuting claims of breach of contract, Lanham Act violations, conspiracy, and tortious interference and patent infringement. So Ben is the real deal here, and that's really awesome. So Ben's education, University of Virginia Law School, and Princeton University. So that's amazing, right? Yeah, and so let's check out Elaine. Elaine Charleston Breedhoff. Miss Breedhoff is a native of northern Minnesota. I'm reading from Charleston and Breedhoff, Cohen Brown Nadelhaft, BC. I think that's the name of their firm. So Ms. Breedhoff is a native of northern Minnesota and has been successfully trying cases in state and federal courts in Virginia, the District of Columbia, and Maryland since 1984. So she's been at this game for a very long time. Ms. Breedhoff has been consistently recognized in publications as one of the top lawyers in Virginia, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore, frequently ranked as one of the top 10 lawyers as selected by her peers in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. That's Elaine's credentials here. Anyway, and has been repeatedly recognized by Virginia Business Magazine as one of Virginia's legal elite, as published in the Virginia Business Magazine. Ms. Breedhoff has been selected for inclusion as a super lawyer in Virginia and Washington, D.C. for many years. In April 2009, she was recognized as one of Virginia's most influential women by Virginia Lawyers Weekly. Ms. Breedhoff has been included in the Best Lawyers in America every year since 1997. So that's amazing. And Elaine's list of honors, awards, and recognitions is extensive. It's quite fascinating because she is a very, 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 very good lawyer in accordance with all the stuff that we can see on this website, right? Education says the Catholic University of America, Columbus School of Law, and she has a BA from University of Arizona. So that's Elaine that people made fun of and that ended up crying in the bathroom. She's a phenomenal woman, and I don't think that we should forget that while we are picking sides in the particular trial, we should not forget that these people who have been trying the case of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are professionals. Let's check out from Woods and Rogers, attorneys at law, J. Benjamin Ruttenborn. I really thought that it was questionable to go with a litigator or lawyer whose surname was Ruttenborn in this particular case. Although it was funny, but I mean, I think that he proved his mettle. You know, he did very well, other than the objecting to his own question thing. Okay, so there's this education tab on the side, and apparently Benjamin Ruttenborn went to Stanford University and the University of Virginia. He has a BA with the highest distinction. Fantastic. Okay, so Ben Ruttenborn practices in the litigation, government investigations, and white-collar criminal defense and emerging growth practice groups at Woods Rogers. He has extensive experience representing clients in complex civil litigation matters involving issues in fiduciary duty, general commercial law, private equity, venture capital, securities, intellectual property, and product liability. As a litigator, Ben practices at both the trial and appellate levels in federal and state courts around the country. Before joining Woods Rogers in 2012, Ben was a partner in the Chicago office of international law firm Kirkland & Ellis LLP. His career highlights include representing venture capital directors in a breach of fiduciary duty lawsuit brought by former shareholders in a technology startup company. He also defended a Fortune 50 company in a suit seeking specific performance of a $15 billion merger contract. Ben is ranked as a rising star by Super Lawyers Virginia. So both Ben and Elaine were recognized by the Super Lawyers Virginia thing. So that's like fantastic. And also Ben has served as an adjunct professor at the University of Virginia School of Law. And anyone would be so blessed and so lucky to have gotten them as litigators. I'm reading from Brown and Radnick's website, right? Camille Vasquez is an associate in the firm's litigation and arbitration practice group. Her current practice focuses on plaintiff-side defamation suits, with additional experience litigating contract disputes, business-related torts, and employment-related claims. Camille is adept at formulating offensive and defensive litigation strategies for private clients. She also has extensive experience handling parallel reputation management and crisis communication issues arising from these engagements. Prior to Radney, Camille was an attorney at a national firm in Los Angeles, right? So Camille's education, she went to Southwestern Law School, and before that she went to the University of Southern California and graduated magna cum laude. So that's also, Camille also speaks Spanish. These are the people that were representing these two non-legal persons in the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case. Despite the outcome of the trial, which is coming out today sometime, these lawyers did an excellent job. They did the best they could with the evidence that they were given, with the clients that they were given. Really, they did a phenomenal job. And I think that we need to not forget that when we are seeing two polarizing figures in court, from the public sphere, because they were both actors, or both are actors, sorry, then what we need to remember is that the people representing them are doing their job the best that they can. And they are also trying to give these two people their dignity in a situation of extreme confusion and unfortunate, awful abuse. So yeah, that's my opinion on the lawyers. And I did enjoy so many moments of this trial. Most of them were Camille moments. But yeah, so yeah. Well, thanks so much for being here. I would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, and stay tuned for your scripture of the day.
Unless otherwise indicated, all the following scripture quotations are taken from the Holy Bible, New Living Translation, with copyright by Tyndale Foundation, used by permission of Tyndale House Publishers, all rights reserved.
Alrighty, tighty, that's it from me. Thank you so much for being here again, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day further, because you absolutely deserve it. And please try not to get sued. Anyway, keep well.
그대 잠깐 눈을 붙일 때 나는 마음에 물을 붙여요 비밀의 나만의 초콜릿 그대 차가운 몸을 녹일 때 나는 초콜릿